This is my sketchbook. I'm going to open it up to 2 blank white pieces of paper because I'm going to be putting all of this information into my sketchbook. The first thing you're going to get is you're going to get a piece of paper that looks like this. What I did was I took the zigzag scissors, the fancy scissors, and I trimmed the entire white page. Then I glued it down into the middle of a colored piece of paper. Now, if you just use a colored piece of paper the size it is, it's not going to fit. It's too big. So you'll have to trim down the colored paper as well. You can use the zigzag scissors for that as well if you want to. And then we're going to glue the white paper onto the colored paper, glue the colored paper onto the sketchbook. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my sketchbook this way. I am going to take one of my stamps and I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to glue it down right here. When gluing, you do not need a lot of glue. We're going to be putting this up after this and you don't want it to be glued together. And so I don't want to be on the very edge of my paper, but just inside it. And I don't want a lot of glue. I'm actually physically touching the glue bottle to the paper, and I am not pressing down very hard at all onto the glue to get the glue to come out. I am hardly even touching it. Now, right here, I might have gotten too far away, so I'm going to put just a little bit of glue right there and a little bit of glue right there. But notice, I do not have a lot of glue. If you press down your paper to glue it down, so I'm going to glue it over here on this side. When you press it down, if glue comes out the edges, you need to go get a paper towel and wipe it up because you don't want it to be stuck together. Then I've already glued my foam plate down here, and it's at the very edge of my paper on this side. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut out my drawing that I created, the one that I traced. This is the one that I traced onto my foam block. I'm going to cut that out and I'm going to put it at the top, but I'm not going to glue all the way around this. I am just going to glue the top there, okay? Then I'm going to press it to where it's overlapping this here. That way, I can still pick it up and see this. And my sketchbook, when finished, looks like this, and I can close it up. And I'm not worried about closing it because I don't have any extra glue coming out the edges of my paper. If you have extra glue coming out the edges of your paper, it's going to glue together and it's going to ruin itself. So be careful when gluing your sketchbook.